This week, well, welcome. We're going to, as the image says, we're going to start working our week number 5. Ready? So it's the week on number 5. It's from November 11 to November the 16th. Ready? Well, so this week we're going to have 2 classes. This is the class number 1. It's going to be the class 5.1. Ready? Because it's the first class. Well, the week it's titled like as soon as I wake up. Ready? As soon as I wake up. What is the meaning of as soon as? I forgot it. As soon as I wake up.
¿Qué
Tan
tan pronto?
pronto, tan pronto como
Tan pronto como me levanto. Exactly. So the expression as soon as, it's a relation, adverb of time, which it means tan pronto como. Ready? And then of course the action is I wake up. So as soon as I wake up. So this week we're going to be watching like all it has to do with sleeping habits. Ready? Sleeping. Yeah. It's an important part of our lives. And well, a little bit of our sleeping routine. Ready? So we're gonna be checking a little bit in our sleeping routine. Okay. Now, I would like to start this week with 3 important questions which are about your sleeping routines. Ready? So let's go here. We have 3 different questions. The first question is, what time do you normally wake up? Second, what time do you normally go to bed? And third, do you consider yourself a night owl or a morning bird? Now, here we are going to have 2 different terms. The first one is night owl, and the second one is morning bird, right? Guys, do you know what is the meaning of these 2 terms? Night owl and morning bird? What is the meaning of those? Do you have any idea?
Oh, teacher.
Yes.
I think that
por
night owl
nombre,
is Búho de noche.
This one, the night owl, very good. It's a búho nocturno, right? Yes, okay. And morning bird? What is the meaning of morning bird?
Like ave mañanera. No sé.
Sí, muy bien. Ave mañanera, ave tempranera, right? Of course, literally, they are talking about birds, but it's a metaphor about the sleeping routine of every person, right? As I said before, we're talking about this week about our sleeping habits. So when we talk about a night owl, we refer to a person whose routine it's more dedicated to the evening and to the afternoon, right? It's a person who normally doesn't wake up early. It's a person who goes to bed very late. It's a person who is more active at night or in the afternoon. While the morning bird, it's the opposite. The morning bird, it's a person who usually wakes up super early. It's a person who usually goes to bed also very early, like before 10 p.m. And it's a person who is really active in the morning. In the afternoon at night, it's more like relaxed, coming back home. But all the activities, they do it in the morning, right? So I have 3 questions. The first one, what time do you normally wake up? What time do you normally go to bed? And do you consider night owl or do you consider yourself morning bird? Hmm? In my case, for example, I am a totally no night owl. Why? Because I normally wake up after 9 a.m. Yeah, I normally wake up after 9 a.m., but I normally go to bed after 2 a.m. Yeah, so that's my schedule. And I am more active in the afternoon and at night. That's why I like to work at night. So that's why I consider myself a night owl in my case. What about you guys? What can you tell me? Do you consider yourself night owls, morning birds? What time do you wake up? And what time do you go to bed?
teacher. I normally wake up 5 a.m. I go to the gym. I normally go to the bed uh, 10 p.m.
You see, 10 p.m. Okay.
and I consider myself a morning bird.
Obviamente, right? So of course that yes, it's a morning bird, no? He wakes up super early, goes to bed super early, goes to the gym super early, right? So he's completely a morning bird. Thank you, Jesse. Muy bien, congratulations, because that is not easy. Very good. Excellent, right?
Thanks, teacher.
Okay. What else? Mrs. Daniela, Mr. Christian, Brian, what do you think?
Uh, I normally wake up at mm 5 a.m.
Oh my God, also, okay.
and normally go to bed at 11 p.m.
Okay. Uh-huh.
and I consider myself morning bird
Morning very okay, very good. Thank you, Danny. But is it easy for you or it's difficult? Like because you, I mean, you wake up at 5 a.m. because you have to work, or it's because you like it?
because I go to work. It is difficult. Yes.
Okay. So, question, Danny. On weekends, what time do you wake up on weekends?
Mm, 11, 11
Ah,
a.m.
okay. So you are a morning bird because you have to work, but not really because you
Yes,
enjoy it.
yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Danny. Chris, what about you, my friend?
Um, at this time, I consider myself a night owl because I wake up after night after 9 or 10, and I go to the bed at 12 or 2 a.m.
Between, you could say between midnight and 2 a.m., no?
Between midnight and 2 a.m. But I would like to be a morning bird.
Oh my God, but changing those habits, it's super difficult, no?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's really hard. Okay, Chris, thank you so much. And Brian, what about you, my friend? What do you consider yourself?
Normally, I wake up at 5 a.m. I go to the bed at 10 p.m., but I sleep at 11 p.m. I consider that I am a morning bird.
Okay, Brian, but same question as Daniela. Do you have to wake up early because you have to, because you work, or because you like it?
Yes, teacher, because I should work.
Oh, it's an obligation. Okay, good. Okay, guys, very good. Thank you. So, well, in this case, these three questions are going to allow us to start talking about what our sleeping routine is, no? Because everybody has a different sleeping routine. And with the sleeping routine, we have also different habits, right? Well, in this case, the topic, the grammar or the grammar tense is not difficult because as we're talking about routines, right? As we're talking about routines or habits, well, it's something that is repeatedly, right? So it's going to be with simple present. Yeah, as you can see, we are using simple present. Do you consider yourself? What time do you normally wake up? What time do you normally go to bed? It's super simple, no? As it says the name, it's super simple. It's simple present. So it's not difficult, right? But here we're going to start using some connectors that are specially directed to the time. Ready? So those connectors are called time adverbs, right? Time adverbs. Some of them, or well, like most of them, introduce a relationship between two sentences, but related on time, not on contrast, not on addition, but it's mostly related on time. Ready? So we're going to see some of these adverbs over here. That's it. Ready? So in this case, we're going to have different adverbs, right? Let me just, oh my God, sorry. There, come on here. This one's right, exactly. So we're going to see some adverbs over here and some others over there. Ready? Here, well, sorry, here it's before, right after, right before, or after or before. Ready? So we're going to have before, after, and while. Before and after, Well, they are super clear. Of course, before it's antes and after it's después. What is the meaning of while? Do you remember what's the meaning of while?
Mientras.
Mientras, thank you. So two simultaneous actions, right? So in this case, when we talk about these adverbs, yes, these three, before, after, and while, they are adverbs of time that they can be reduced. Ready? So this week, we're going to be talking about all the week about reducing sentences. So when we talk about reducing sentences, of course, as it says, reducing, it's minimizing the sentence, right? When we speak, there is something that it's called linguistic economy. Yes, the linguistic economy, it's trying to reduce the number of words, yes, but expressing the same idea. Ready? So you know that when we speak in like English or Spanish or all those kinds of languages, we're trying to reduce the words, ready? Because of course, using words is exhausting. Yes, it implies an effort. So what we when we try to reduce sentences, especially in informal context, is what we're trying to do. It's just the same ideas, but with less words, with fewer words, right? So in that case, guys, this week we're going to be reducing sentences, all different kinds, right? So let's start by reducing sentences with the time adverbs, right? These adverbs are going to be reduced using a verb in ing. Ready? So, for example, when we have two ideas, we could say, for example, that before I go to bed, yes, before I go to bed, I brush my teeth. Always, siempre, always, every day. I brush my teeth, yes, before I go to the bed. I am using this connector, the connector before, for relating or for connecting, of course, these two ideas. I brush my teeth and I go to the bed. I am giving the order of the two ideas using the connector or the adverb of time. Yes? But there is a way in which I can reduce these sentences. How? Guys, if we are using any of these adverbs right after, right before, while, or simply after or before, and the subject of the idea is the same in both ideas, I can omit the subject, yes, and use the verb in ing. Sorry, pero no en este, sino en el otro. I'm sorry, wait a second. Este se queda igual, wait. Este queda igual. The one that I'm going to change is the other one, the one that it's with the connector. Ready? So I am going to reduce, like eliminate the subject and change the verb into the ing. So instead of saying before I go to bed, I brush my teeth, yes, I can say, for example, before going to bed, before going to bed, comma, I brush my teeth. Yes, it's exactly the same idea, but with less words. Of course, in this case, it's a small reduction. It's a minimal reduction, but it's a reduction at the end, right? So in that case, we can use this kind of reduction when both subjects is the same. I and I. If I have this connector, but the subjects are different, then I cannot reduce it. For example, I could say, while I go, no, mentiras, while I brush my teeth, sorry, while I brush my teeth, comma, my wife gets into bed. In that case, I have the connector while, yes, but the subject is not the same. In the first part, I have I. In the second one, I have my wife, that you know it's she. So in that case, I cannot reduce the sentence, right? Because if I say while brushing my teeth, my wife gets into bed, it would mean like she does both actions. But no, in that case, I do the first action, she does the second action. So in that case, it's not possible to reduce the sentence, right? But if I use, for example, let me change the second part, yes? And then I say, while I brush my teeth, I listen to music. I listen to music. Then, in that case, the subject is the same in both parts. So I can reduce the sentence. While brushing my teeth, I listen to music. Always the subject that I'm going to change is the one that is with the connector. Yes? Not the other one, but the one that is with the connector. And the verb that I'm going to change is the one that is after that subject. So while brushing my teeth or before going to bed. Ready? So those are like the adverbs before, after, while, and right after or right before, which is immediately after or immediately before, okay, that they can be reduced. Okay, ready? On the other hand, we have other different connectors. We have ever since, it means desde entonces. As soon as, ya lo vimos, right? As soon as it means tan pronto como, or once, which is una vez que, ¿cierto? Or I can also use the moment, which is en el momento en que, the moment, right? Also, we have the connector until, which is hasta, whenever or every time, which, what is the meaning of whenever? I think it'll be a whenever, what's the meaning of that?
Cuando sea.
Cuando sea, very good. O every time, it means cada vez, ¿cierto? Cuando sea o cada vez, very good. And from the moment it means similar to ever since, desde el momento. Ready? Those connectors are good doing the same. They are giving order to different situations, right? For example, I could say, whatever, just eliminate this part, erase. Yes. So for example, I work, or let's say más bien, I have worked since, no sé, April 2010, is an example. Comma. Ever since, it means desde ese entonces. Ready? The next sentence is going to be, okay, it's an action that I have done for all those time, for 14 years, right? So I said, ever since I have woken up early. It's an example, of course, it's fake, but well, anyway, what I'm talking about is that here these connectors do the same, but not the same relationship. In this case es antes, después y mientras. Eso es todo. O justo antes, justo después. Eso es todo. But here I have other different options. Desde entonces, tan pronto como, hasta, cuando sea, cada vez. So they do the same. Hacen lo mismo, conectar dos oraciones a través de la relación temporal, pero no es la misma relación temporal, ¿cierto? Son otras relaciones diferentes, otras opciones. Sorry. Entonces, in that case, guys, estos conectores que tengo acá no se pueden reducir. Aún si tengo los mismos sujetos, no se pueden reducir. Ready? Example, one more time. I, I drink a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee until I feel uh, totally awake. Yes, I drink a cup of coffee until I feel totally awake. So it means, solo tomo café hasta que me siento totalmente despierto, ¿cierto? Pero aunque tenga los dos sujetos iguales, no los puedo reducir. ¿Ready? Algunas veces la gente en el slang lo hace. Podría ser, I drink a cup of coffee until feeling totally awake, but it's not really correct. Sometimes you can find it, but it's not correct. Okay? Guys, these connectors have a completely different relationship. Is it clear what is the purpose of these connectors? Si es clara el propósito de estos conectores diferentes o es poquito enredado? Tell me, don't worry.
It is clear.
No problem.
No, teacher, is clear.
It's clear. Muy bien. Very good. Excellent. Good. Entonces, tengo diferentes conectores aquí, right? Son totalmente diferentes. Ready? Good. Bueno, guys, recuerden que como todos los conectores que hemos visto en este nivel, tengo dos opciones, ¿cierto? I can have connector at the beginning, sentence number one and sentence number two, like this one. Before I go to the bed, I brush my teeth. Or there is another way, which is using sentence number one, connector in the middle, sentence number two. Like, for example, I have worked since April 2010, ever since I have woken up early. ¿Cierto? Entonces, in that case, I have two possibilities to connect ideas through these connectors. Right? Got it? Guys, the last time we saw something or we did some activities. Well, wait a second, I need to check it out. To find it out. Okay. Now, here we're going to use it a little bit similar. Yes. A ver, come on, wake up. That's it, right? So here we have some ideas that they were related to sleeping. No, I never sleep less than 5 hours unless I feel comfortable, just in case. But this was with the other connectors. Yes, remember? With unless, with as long as, with only if, with even if, right? We can use the same examples, but connecting the ideas with the connectors that we just saw, right? Example, we're going to have the connector here, the example here that says, I don't know, let's say, I never wake up early, for example, right? I never wake up early, yes? And in that case, I could say, for example, while I am in vacations. Yes. So in that case, the relationship or the connection, it's not with as long as or with considering that, which is a connector of influence, no? If it's important, not important for the other action. In this case, it's just a connector of time. Yes. So I can use exactly the same examples, but these connectors are going to create a relationship between the two sentences, but in terms of time. Ready? Example, I could say, while I am on vacations, while I am on vacations, ready? I never wake up early. I never wake up early. Ready? Guys, when the verb is to be, yes, the reduction is going to eliminate the subject and also the verb, pero only when it's verb to be. Ready? When it's any of the other verbs, I put it into the ing, but when it's the verb to be, it's going to be eliminated. So the sentence reduced would be, while on vacations, I never wake up. ¿Listo? Ready? Guys, hasta el momento, any questions with these connectors? Are they clear? Not clear? ¿Todo bien? No problem? Sí que son sencillos, ¿vale? More or less, but any questions, difficulties?
Dicho una pregunta, los únicos que se pueden utilizar para acortar oraciones son los tres de arriba, ¿sí? Bueno,
Exacto. Sí,
los
los tres
que...
de, exacto, los tres de arriba que se puede con right o not right, pero es after, before y while.
Y los de abajo no se pueden utilizar para acortar oraciones porque son más como conectores.
Exacto, no se pueden, digamos que, reducir es la palabra, no se pueden reducir porque, pues digamos que la relación entre los dos sujetos es diferente. En este caso la relación es muy directa. Después de hacer esto, tal cosa, ¿cierto? Pero en este caso es un poquito más compleja la relación entre los dos sujetos. Entonces es mejor dejarlo claro. Como les decía en el slang, a veces lo usan, pero no es correcto, digamos, con estos conectores, reducir la oración. ¿Listo? La relación, como les digo, entre los dos sujetos no es tan clara, entonces por eso se podría llegar a confundir. ¿Listo? Como les digo, a veces se ve en el slang la reducción, pero pues ustedes saben que ya, pues aunque lo vean escrito, digamos que lo ideal sería pues no hacerlo, ¿right? Ya, that's it. Eso es como la razón, no es como una razón
O
realmente
sea,
de dime, yes.
O sea que con los de arriba se puede porque son como oraciones más básicas.
Exactly like that. That's the reason, because it's very basic. O sea, la relación de entre los sujetos es tan básica que puedo omitir uno siempre y cuando sea el mismo que el siguiente. Right? That's it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Ready? Listo, guys. Very good. So, in that case, taking into account that, I am going to ask you a couple of questions. Right? Nothing else. It's not difficult. We're going to practice a little bit with this kind of connectors, right? But I would like to know, right? What do you do? What do you do from the moment you get up? Yes? Of course, when I use the connector from the moment, it's something that I don't do before the action, yes? But I only do from the moment and then the other action. Yeah? What do you do from the moment that you get up? Normally, this question from the moment is for an action which is a little bit long. Example, I, I don't know, I listen, esto suena muy viejo, pero okay. I listen to news from the moment I get up. From the moment I get up. ¿Cierto? Not before, but only from the moment that I get up, right? What about you guys? What do you do from the moment you get up?
After getting up, I do my bed and take a shower.
Of course. So in that case, Christian didn't say from the moment. He said after getting up. And it's perfectly valid, of course. He said after getting up, I do my bed and take a shower. That's what he does, right? Because they are actions immediate, right? If there is an action which is longer, okay, I can use a little bit more from that moment. Ready? But no, in that case, they were immediate actions. So we use after and that's it. Great, Chris. Muy bien. Anybody else? What do you do from the moment that you get up?
Maybe I listen to music from the moment I get up.
Exactly like that. That's one of the examples because listening to music, it's an action which is longer in time. So you'd say, from the moment I get up, I listen to music. Or I listen to music from the moment I get up. Muy bien, Danny. Excellent. Very good. What about the others, guys? What do you think?
Teacher, after getting up, I express my gratitude of God.
I express my gratitude to God because it's a Dios, right? So to God. Muy bien, very good, Brian. Excellent. And Jessie, what about you, my friend?
Teacher, I getting up after getting up, um, I brush my teeth and then I go to the gym.
Okay, very good. Great. So there are two different ways. I mean, depending your intention, as I said always in these last classes, yes, the language is really pragmatic. So it depends on your intention. For example, Jesse, Christian, and Brian, they wanted to mention shorter ideas, shorter actions. So they use after. Danny wanted to use the connector from the moment and to express a longer idea, right? Or a repetitive action. For example, I drink water. I drink water from the moment that I wake up. Of course, it means that I drink water many different times during the day, not all the time, but it's a repetitive action. No, I drink water from the moment I get up, means along the day, during the day, I do it many times. No, excellent. Well, until it's easy, whenever. I am going to ask you a question with whenever or every time, which is the same. Guys, what do you do? Let me just erase this part. What do you do? A ver, wait a second. Excellent here. Now, what do you do? What do you do whenever you feel sleepy during the day? I mean, at night, well, you go to sleep and that's it. But what do you do whenever you feel sleepy during the day? In the job or in the university or in the transportation? No sé, what do you do whenever you feel sleepy during the day?
Teacher, I drink a lot of water whenever I feel sleepy during the day.
Excellent, very good. So I drink a lot of water whenever I feel sleepy during the day. So it's an action that always that he feels sleepy, he directly goes to drink some water. Muy bien, Chris. Excellent, very good. Any other tip? What do you think? Any other tip? What do you do whenever that you feel sleepy during the day?
I talk to my friends whenever I feeling sleepy during the day.
Are you start feeling like dozing up and then you start chatting to wake up?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, that's a different perspective. Muy bien, very good. In my case, whenever I feel sleepy, I just drink a cup of well, a little coffee, not too much, but I feel a little coffee. I drink a little coffee, right? Okay, very good. So guys, in this case, we're going to see some images in the screen, yes, which I'm going to ask some of you to complete. Ready? So please be ready to complete it because they are going to be like one connector and one idea. You have to complete it with another idea according to your life. Ready? There is not like a correct or incorrect answer. I just want you to complete it according to your life. Okay? So let's go ahead over here. Exactly. Very good. After waking up. After waking up. Who wants to complete this one? Just freely, voluntarily. Who wants to complete this one?
After waking up, I brush my teeth.
Very good. Excellent. So after waking up, oh my God, change the color. After waking up, I brush my teeth. ¿Cierto? Muy bien, very good. Claro, podría, si no quiero reducirlo, pues no tengo que hacerlo. Podría simplemente decir after I wake up. Wait, sorry. After I wake up, coma, I brush my teeth. Y ya está. ¿Cierto? Realmente no hay mucho cambio, es simplemente en la velocidad, en la fluidez, right? Este cambio en cuanto a palabras no se cuenta mucho, pero en cuanto a fluidez sí cuenta mucho, right? Because este I aquí me va a frenar, mientras que eliminar ese I y poner esto en ing, right? Me va a dar más fluidez, right? So it's just after waking up, I brush my teeth. After I wake up, I brush my teeth. It's going to make a little bit like stop right there which is not necessary. So I can just continue. Ready? Okay, very good. Next one. Before going to bed, let's talk. Brian, tell me. Before going to bed.
Before going to bed, I see a movie.
Ujú. Before going to bed. Recuerda que con movies y series y todas las cosas que tienes que poner atención, uso el verbo watch. Ready? Entonces, before going to bed, I watch a movie. Muy bien, very good. I do the same. Bueno, I watch a half a movie, a piece of the movie, right? Because then I fall asleep, right? Muy bien, very good. Excellent, Brian. Next one, Mr. Yesid. As soon as I have come back home. Aquí es as soon as I come back home, sorry. As soon as I come
As,
back.
as soon as I come back home, um, I I make the dinner.
Okay, very good, muy bien. As soon as I come back home, I make dinner. So, tan pronto llega, right? As soon as he comes back home, he makes dinner. Perfecto, JC. Thank you so much. Mr. Christian,
Next,
while I try to fall asleep.
While I try to fall asleep, I watch some TikToks.
On TikToks. That is my wife technique also. I cannot do it. That makes me wake up. Good. Here is there's a mistake. It's asleep, no? Asleep. Good. Fall asleep. Good. Guys, if I wanted to reduce, this is using while I can reduce it. How could be or how could get the sentence if I want to reduce it? How would be they are the same sentence but reduced?
While trying to fall asleep.
Perfect, my friend. While trying to fall asleep, right? That's another possibility. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Good. Over here, Mrs. Daniela.
Right before taking a shower, I put on a music.
Very Colombian, very Colombian. Very good, excellent. Well, I sometimes do the same, right? So before taking a shower, I can say before I take a shower, but if I want to reduce it, just the action, right? So before taking a shower, I put on some music. Great, excellent. That's very Latin American. Good. Mr. Brian, until I feel totally awake, something that you don't do on before, but you do it until you feel totally awake.
Until I feel totally awake, I start my day.
Muy bien, very good, excellent. Mr. Yesid, while having lunch.
while having lunch, I like um, to listen music.
Good, very good. So when having lunch, I like to listen music. In my case, while having lunch, I prefer to watch something, sports, soccer match, or something like that. No, good. Guys,
Okay, okay.
okay, this sentence is reduced. If I want to make it complete, how would I make it complete?
I have
Yeah, exactly, very good. So while I have lunch, I like to listen to music, right? Muy bien, JC. Excellent, very good. And there, I think there is another one. This one. While commuting back home, Chris. Commuting back home, it means the journey, the trip from the office or from the university back to the house, right? The trip that we take every day, like
Um,
our normal trip.
while commuting back home, I listen to music.
Good. That's what most of the people do, no? So while commuting back home, I listen to music. Me too, right? Okay, very good. I think there is another one. Wait, no, yes, that's it. Okay, guys. So in that case, we're going to use these connectors in order to especially make a relationship between two sentences, but in terms of time. Ready? So it's like, okay, this happens before the other action, or immediately, or simultaneously. You know, for example, the moment I get dressed, I put on my shoes, for example, like one thing after the other, or one thing before the other. So there is always a different relationship in time. And that happens especially when we talk about routine or when we talk about habits, no? Because they are actions that usually happen in the same order, no? So that's why we normally use these connectors. Okay, guys, hasta aquí. Any question with the connectors? Any question with the sentences, with the ing, with the order of the connectors? It's fine, everything fine?
It's clever, my teacher.
Great, excellent. Okay, Brian, how do you feel? Good? No problem, I.
Yes, teacher is clear.
It's clear, Listo. Very good. Excellent. Okay, guys. So, well, I am going to ask you a couple, just two questions, not all of them. Ready? I'm going to ask you just, guys, number one, what is the first thing that you do right after waking up? What is the first thing that you do right after waking up? What is the first thing that you do right after waking up? O sea, digamos, later, like up, immediately you open your eyes, what's the first thing that you do right after waking up?
After waking up, I wash my braces.
What do you mean by my prices?
Frenillos, como los retenedores.
Ah, I wash my braces. Ah, sorry. I understood. I watch. Okay, I wash my braces. Okay, yeah, but hey, I do the same. Even before I am completely wake, like awake, I wash my braces. Yeah, because it's very uncomfortable, no? So wash my braces. Muy bien, Christian. Thank you so much. Sorry for the confusion. Good. What about the others? What do you do? What is the first thing that you do right after waking up?
Teacher, I open the windows and let the sun in.
Oh my God, that's super important. So, right after waking up, Brian opens his window to let the sun in. Very good. Danny, what about you? The first thing that you do right after waking up?
The first thing I do right after waking up is say good morning to my family.
Oh, come on, that cannot be the first thing. Before that, you don't check your cell phone or drink water or something. No, you just the first thing is waking up and then say hello, goodbye, good morning.
Yes.
Okay, well, pues good. Guys, you have a very good routines. Normally, in these cases, the people usually tell me, like, teacher, the first thing that I do after, right after waking up is checking my cell phone, checking my social media, checking my mails if it's a business person. Well, muy bien, very healthy. Yesid, what about you, my friend?
The first thing I do after waking up is checking my daily tax
My
in my
daily
cell phone.
tax. Oh my God. But what do you mean by my daily taxes? I mean, your
Of my job,
okay.
meetings, uh,
Ah,
and
your
all
task. Sorry. Careful
task
with
task.
careful with the pronunciation. Task, exactly, because the other one is tax. That it's like
task
this, no? But
tax.
this one is task.
Okay.
Exactly.
Task.
Yeah. You see? So, for example, Jesse immediately opens his eyes. He is already thinking on job, on tasks, on meetings. Oh my God, that is the life of the responsible person, right? Okay, Jesse, very good. Excellent, guys. So that's the idea here, no? So it's just talking like, what do you do right after waking up? Or, well, I was asking actually, I was thinking and ask you, like, how would you describe your going to bed routine? Well, my going to bed routine, it's what I normally do before going to bed. Yeah. For example, before going to bed, I always drink a glass of water. And right after drinking a glass of water, I brush my teeth, right? As soon as I brush my teeth, I turn on the TV and I watch TV for around 20 to 30 minutes. Yes. And the moment I start dose off, it's some phrasal verb, dose off. It means like cabecear, ¿cierto? Dose off. Ready? So it's like do this. The moment that I start dose off, I turn off the TV and I go to and I fall asleep, right? That's more or less my going to bed routine. Yes. Think about yourself think about yourself. Yes. What is kind of your going to bed routine? Careful, in this case, we have more than one idea, more than two ideas. So probably we are going to need more than one connector. ¿Cierto? I said, for example, as soon as I drink a glass of water, I brush my teeth. Hmm? Right after brushing my teeth, I turn on the TV and get into bed. So start like there are so many actions, so many activities that probably we will need more than one connector. So, ready? So, how would you describe your going to the bed routine? You're going to bed routine, sorry.
Teacher, as soon
Mhm.
as I decided going to bed, I I just brush my teeth and do my skincare.
Okay.
Those are the things.
Okay. So those are the two things, and that's it. Right after doing your skincare routine, you go to the bed.
Yes, right after.
Very good. Right. And for example, he could complement it like while trying to fall asleep. I watch TikTok, that he told us that that's what he do. So while doing this, while trying to fall asleep, I watch TikTok. Not good. Mr. Chris, very good, excellent. What else? What else? Anybody else can tell us?
The first thing I do before going to bed
Mhm.
um, is do my skincare and brush my teeth, and uh, while listening to music, and after I checking no after checking my social media
Mhm.
and go to sleep.
Okay, careful. So when do you check your social media? After brushing your teeth and doing your skincare. Yes? So in that case, I watch my social media after, and then the other things, after washing my face, after brushing my teeth, or after listening music, depending, no? So it depends on how it goes. ¿Mm? Listo, muy bien, very good, excellent. Brian, what about you, my friend? What do you think?
Teacher, I go to my bed, get my relaxing music, view my cell phone or watch movie until I feel tired. I I get asleep.
Great, great, but try to use more connectors, no? Because you only use until, which is great, ready, but try to use more. For example, no, I put on my relaxing music right before going to bed. Yeah, you could say. And right after I get into bed, I watch a movie, for example, right? Or on until I feel totally asleep, I turn off the TV, for example, right? So trying to connect those ideas. Muy bien. And you see it, my friend.
Okay, the first thing I do after before go to the bed is I watch a little TV on relax, and then I put on my pajama,
Yes.
and I brush my teeth before going to bed.
Okay, very good. So I brush my teeth before going to bed. I put on my pajamas before brushing my teeth, right? So you can use all of those in order for describing the routine. Ready? Bueno, guys, so basically that was the idea. As you can see, during all the weeks, we have been checking different kinds of connectors. The last time we checked connectors of influence. Before that, we checked connectors of contrast. These connectors are connectors of time, ready? A time adverbs that they allow me to give order to different situations, ready? They can be used with past, with present, because, for example, we have seen some of these connectors, but in the past, talking about the storytelling. When I say, I see, as soon as that happened, then the other thing happened, and then right after that happened, the other thing had happened, and da da da. With the past, using it for telling stories. But as you can see, they can be also used in the present for other different reasons. In this case, we're talking about routine or sleeping habits. So, guys, ready? So, well, if you don't have any other question about it, well, that's gonna be all for today. See you on Thursday. Thursday at 8 p.m., guys. Ready? Get ready. We're going to continue talking about reducing sentences, but in another different type of sentences, but also reduced. Ready? So, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for the participation. Congratulations on the sleeping routines because they look very clean and very healthy. So, congratulations on that, guys. And go rest, sleep tight, continue with those sleeping routines. Okay? See you on Thursday, guys.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.
Good
Yeah,
night. See you
teacher.
later. Bye bye.